Hello again. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Just a Talk. Hope you like it and subscribe it. Today I'm going to continue to talk about the horoscope or the natal chart. I've done several videos on basic or fundamental understanding of the horoscope. I don't know much, but I know basics. A lot of times we get these questions as to when two different horoscopes seemingly look alike, but the lives are very different. Sometimes there is also a question that if the two children born, say 2 or 5 minutes apart in the same hospital, would they have a similar life? These are the questions that are argued by people that say that there is no sense in doing a horoscope or natal chart reading, and it is not a science. Several years ago in India, when I was visiting, I saw a program where there were two people, one atheist and one magician, were on the same show at the same time. And the argument was made about how come predictions are not 100% correct. My answer to that is that there is a free will and there are multiple forces. And so every prediction cannot be 100%. But today I'm not talking about that as much as I'm talking about disparity between the lives of two people who have pretty similar looking horoscope. And subsequently, I thought I will give you a basic understanding, and that may help to understand why two horoscope looking similar don't have the same life. There are 12 houses or 12 centers in a particular horoscope. Either you can take a circle and divide it into a 30-degree angles. So there will be 12, 360 divided by 12. Or you could do a square, and that can have 12 houses. The position of the house, or also called bhav, is fixed. So the one always remains one. Subsequently, in your horoscope, it is never written that one is the first house, because it is always the first. So there are 1 to 12 houses. There are 12 so-called stars or planets. Now, these are not necessarily the planets, but these are 12 different astral bodies that we call as graha or planets. Sun and the moon are included in that. And then, of course, you have the rest of them, as you know. In Indian astrology or Eastern astrology, there are 2 additional planets which are actually not even planets or not even astral bodies. These are called Rahu and Ketu, and these are to the nodes where the earth moves around the sun and the moon moves around the earth. These 2 arches or the circles or paths cross each other, and those are the 2 nodes are called Rahu and Ketu. So now we have 12 houses, we have 12 planets, and we have 12 zodiac signs. Several years ago, probably somewhere around 800-900 years ago, when the man was standing on the earth and looked at the sky, he saw constellations or aggregates of stars, which he thought looked like something. And when they calculated or saw the position of sun in relation to that particular distant stars, they gave the names. Subsequently, there are 12 names which are given. These 12 names are related to what people thought at that time this constellation looks like. Now, mind you that these are not true constellations. They're not near each other, or they may not be near each other at all, and they will be thousands and millions of miles apart. But when you look at them standing on the earth, you saw shapes of scorpion, or you saw shape of Pisces or fish, and you gave them those names. So when we talk about these signs, zodiac signs, which are 12, so the sun remains in each zodiac sign for 1 month. So the Western calendar shows that our zodiac signs are fixed. Somebody who is born in October 5th, he will be Libra. Contrast to that, in Indian astrology or Eastern astrology, it is based on movements of the moon and the relationship with these same constellations. As you imagine, the moon moves around the earth in 28 days. So each zodiac sign is a little bit like 2 days and some hours. And so it is a little bit different when we talk about zodiac sign versus the moon-based lunar sign. So somebody like me who is born on October 5th, Western calendar would put me at Libra, but based on my entire birth date and the time, I'm Scorpion. So that is the difference. Now, those are the two things. So now we have much more variation in the lives. If you're born on 1950, 51, 2005, 2010, on the same day. Contrast that, Western astrology will put you exactly at the same zodiac sign. That is the second difference. The third thing is that we have divided the entire sky into 27 more subgroups. It is not actually an equal division, though something like that. These are called nakshatras. And there are 27 nakshatras. So we have an additional added variant to predict the future. So now you're not only looking at the lunar sign, zodiac signs are a little bit too gross and could be inaccurate. But now we have lunar signs. And the lunar signs could be more accurate because the sun moves in each sign 1 month, while moon moves in each sign 2 days and few hours. So now you divide that 30-degree angle, 360 divided by 12 each sign, into a further divisions based on nakshatras, which are 27. There are some other astrologers who divide this further into 85 different segments. I won't go into it because I myself don't know details of it. But now you become more accurate. Now let's talk about the planets for the remaining time of this particular video and understand why they could be different implication, even though the planetary position may look grossly same. Say, for example, you have a Mars in one of the houses. Or say, for example, Jupiter. Let's say Jupiter. Jupiter moves around the sun in approximately a year. A little bit over a year, maybe 13 months, a little less than 13 months. So it stays in each sign for about a year. So what now happens is that when you have a 30-degree angle, this is a 30-degree angle, you could have a Jupiter entering the sign, maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 degree, or it could be near the exit of the sign, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, or it could be in the middle. So if you divide that 30-degree angle into 3 parts, 10 degree, 10 degree, 10 degree, when it is in the first 7, 8, 10 degree, it is into what is called a childhood status. The child is weak. The youth, middle 10 or 15 degree, youth is strong. As we start older in last 5 to 7, 8 degrees, the influence is less. So when the planet is in the early part of the sign, it is weak. Later part, it is weak. In the middle, it is very strong. So the effects of the same planet, even though it shows to be in the same sign, are different depending upon the angle. It itself also can be affected by the positions of other planets, and depending on the angle. There are friendly planets, there are non-friendly or enemic planets, and there are malicious planets. Mars, Rahu, Ketu, and Saturn are considered malicious planets. So when they combine with another planet, the effects are different. There are people which are favorable. Same way, there is a king or the in-charge planet of different signs, zodiac signs. And so when that particular planet is into that particular zodiac sign, it has a different influence than if it is not the in charge planet. Lastly, before I end this particular one, because it is too much to know, is something called Dasha and Mahadasha. Our life was divided into 120 years total, and each planet has different influence for different years. And depending upon when you were born, or when you are at 20, 30, 40, whatever your age is, different planets will have a different influence, these are called. And they also affect the existence of the planets itself in that particular sign. So even though grossly the major planets appear to be in similar position, their angles may be different, there may be a different Mahadasha, and there may be a different combination of stuff that alters the outcome. I know this is a little bit too much in detail. Hope you enjoy, like it, and would subscribe to it. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.